What's up guys, Jesse here, and today we're going to talk about deadlifts. How to do them, how to keep safe while doing them, and why you should be doing them. And let's actually start right there. Deadlifts, I've been in the industry now for over 12 years, 13 years honestly, and deadlifts are one of those exercises that even the medical field, doctors will tell you, oh, don't deadlift, you're going to hurt your back. So it gets this stigma that you're going to get hurt doing a deadlift when it is so opposite. Yes, you can get hurt, but if you do these efficiently and do them well, you will have a strong lower back for the rest of your life. I don't care how much you crunch, I don't care how much you plank, I don't care how much you squat or bench. If you're not deadlifting, you don't have a strong lower back, you don't have a strong core. I don't care what your abs look like, you may have 9 abs, 8 abs in there, or you may have a big belly. If you're not pulling things efficiently from the ground, your core is off, and we need to fix that, guys. Again, I deal with all ages. Young high school athletes to, retired CEOs, and every one of them who has the ability to deadlift does deadlift. I have my 70-year-old client deadlifting. I have a woman who has a completely new heart deadlifting. There is no reason you shouldn't. So let's just start there, all right? Stop being afraid to deadlift, but let's also work on how to keep you safe. Because much like anything else, I can get you bicep curling, and you can get hurt. Again, all of these exercises we do in a gym, whether you're doing bodybuilding, whether you're doing CrossFit, high intensity interval training, you can get hurt doing that. The one thing I will promise you though, is if you deadlift and deadlift well and have a strong lower back, you're gonna be less prone to at least injure your lower back, all right, when you learn how to do it efficiently. So that's what we're gonna go over today. How to do it. Pretty sure just now, again, if you're still not sold on deadlifting, I just don't know what to tell you. I guess you want to live with a weak lower back for your entire life. Just don't complain when you get older and it starts to really give out on you guys, all right? The lower back is just like every other muscle. We have to train it and we have to focus on it, okay? We can't just do planks our whole life and expect to have a strong lower back. So we're going to start there. Now let's move down to the barbell and actually show you how to do it. All right guys, so first thing first, when we do the deadlift, your setup is going to, as far as your foot placement goes, will be as if you were gonna jump onto a box, okay? So we call that kind of, basically the power position. Loading your hips, lifting up off a box. Where do you put your feet? Optimally, you wanna stack your joints, hip, knees, ankle. But again, depends on your genetics. You have wider hips, anything like that, bigger legs. So you wanna just assume that position as far as the feet go, okay? That's point number one. Number two is where the barbell goes, okay? So, again, depending on your body type, you can place the bar anywhere from basically the knot of your shoes to that final lace down the line, down the tongue of the shoe, okay? Anywhere in there that you're comfortable is fine. That's gonna be your natural setup as far as where you should stand. That's gonna keep, as you drive the barbell up, the weight pretty much centered in your center of gravity, or center of mass, which is exactly what we want. We do not want to be pulling out in front of ourselves, and we don't want to be scraping our shins as we stand up and then losing our balance as we fall back, okay? So, assume jumping position, find that comfortable space somewhere between the knot and the last lace of your shoe, and then we grip from there. All right guys, now that we've gone over the position as far as the feet goes, now we're gonna talk about what you should be doing with your upper back and your arms, okay? The first thing you really want to do is learn how to engage those shoulder blades, okay? A tight upper back is going to help prevent that arch that a lot of people are worried about when they deadlift. I'm sure we've all seen them in bigger gyms and CrossFit gyms, that kind of like, dog taking a shit position and then pulling up from there. Yes, that is how you injure yourself in a deadlift, because again, they're thinking that it's all lower back and just pull up. They don't understand the mechanics that actually start at the top, at the upper back, okay? So, first things first with the PVC pipe, I like to go ahead and keep my arms fully extended, and then from here, I pull my shoulders back as hard as I can without bending my elbows, okay? That really pulls the rhomboids, traps, rear delts, lats in together, and then from there, what I like to do is pretend to bend the bar, okay? Put pressure on the pinkies as if I want to pull my thumbs up through the bar, okay? And you're going to feel those lats engage even more. The lats are a huge part of deadlifting, okay? Everyone seems to think that deadlifts are solely for glutes and hamstrings and hips, and while a lot of it is, man, the lats take a hit. And in a really, really good way. Again, we are strengthening all of your back, guys. Again, you're not going to walk out of here with huge lats, but your entire posterior chain is going to get just all kinds of benefits from deadlifting that you can't get anywhere else, okay? So, taking that PVC pipe, pulling the shoulder blades back, try to bend the bar, and you're gonna feel all those big and little muscles in the back fire up. And that's how you wanna be as you drive the barbell up, okay? You want that engagement, because from here, it's gonna be much harder for me to bend down with all those muscles protecting me and helping me get this barbell up, okay? So, ditching there, we go into your setup now, okay? Coming over to your barbell, okay, again, standing in jumping position and placing your feet somewhere between the knot and that last lace, okay? Drop on down. I like to take the neutral grip of a bench, so where the soft part of the bar, or the smooth part of the barbell in towards the knurl, I'll place my thumb on the edge of that and wrap from there. From here, I'll go ahead and engage all those lat muscles. My hips are back, and here's where the exercise gets dangerous. It's right away. I know for the most part if that rep is good or bad the moment you move from the floor. Okay? We have to remember that you're driving the barbell up. You're not pulling the barbell up right away. You're driving through the floor. So with that hinge position, the hips are loaded, glutes are loaded, you get low, and then from here, you're again not pulling the barbell up, so you're not lifting your chest right away. You're pushing your legs through the ground, getting that barbell off, and then once it gets to about the knees, you can go ahead, involve that lower back in those glutes, come on up and squeeze the glutes so we don't hyperextend. Stops right here, and then back down. One cue that has helped me not only with myself, but with the people I train, is if I see that head push up right away, more often than not, you're pulling with that lower back. You want to drive through the ground, all right? Through the ground is going to be the safest way. You grab, engage those muscles, pull the shoulder blades back, try to bend the bar, everything is hot right now, and then from here, push through the ground, get to the knee, involve those hips and lower back, and then squeeze everything, come back on down. That's how you properly lift the barbell, okay? Now, when you do them in HIIT style classes, in CrossFit classes, you're going to see a lot of this. You're going to see a lot of people strong, but you want to, they'll rack out their reps, stand nice and controlled, but then eventually they start arching and start pulling with the lower back. One cue I have for that is to constantly check where the weight is in your feet. Okay, what I mean by that is you want to make sure you stay over the center of your foot in both the ascend and the descend motion of the deadlift. If you feel yourself pushing up with those big toes, and we've all done it, okay, really trying to keep ourselves from not falling over by putting the pressure on our toes and then pulling, odds are you are going to go ahead and involve much more lower back than you should. So if you're going to go ahead and rack these out in any kind of a WOD, workout of the day, whatever you're doing, inspired classes, you just want to make sure that that weight stays centered, okay? You don't want to be all over the place with your hips, okay? So, in a little more of a tempo motion, you can see, up, I'm pushing in from the center of my feet, I'm not moving, I seem very, very confident in my pulls, upper back stays active the entire time, and I'm not moving, putting too much pressure either on my lower back or trying to catch myself from falling. I'm staying centered. If you're going to rack out your reps like that, that is one big cue I can give you that is going to go ahead and keep you safe and make sure that it becomes more cardio, as you can tell, than pulling on your lower back. Remember guys, a hinge in its nature will hit some of the lower back. The key is to make sure that it's not the focus of the exercise. If it becomes the focus, odds are you're pulling with that lower back and you're not long for that workout. You're going to be kind of stuck in bed for the next 2 days. And then you're going to be one of those people that go around and say, oh, deadlifting is awful. Deadlifting is the exact opposite of awful. Deadlift is imperative. If you're doing any kind of a weight training, you should be deadlifting, as long as you have the ability. Again, all injuries aside, if there's a capability of doing a deadlift, you should be doing it, okay? Because again, if you're kettlebell swinging, if you're snatching, cleaning, if you're doing back extensions, I mean, there are so many other ways in the gym that require a hinge that if you don't really know how to hinge and you don't practice just that with a deadlift, you're going to hurt yourself anyway. So again, without doing deadlifts, you went and injured your lower back. And then at that point, it doesn't really matter. So just make sure, again, couple cues. Tight upper back, bend the bar, drive through the ground, okay? As you get to that top position, squeeze the glutes, and then nice and controlled, keep it centered by staying in the center of your feet, the weight stays centered, and then back down, okay? Try not to rely, again, for all you CrossFit people, try not to rely so much on bouncing the bar. Try to stay nice and controlled. Try not to get too much of a bounce. You don't want to rely on that, okay? Control. As you can see, I'm not throwing the barbell down, it's hitting, and I'm re-accelerating on my way up, okay? Deadlifts, super important, do them.